So back to our frames. They was come with not such a bad thing. They come with like this almost straight in the back. You can see that. And now we come to one of the most crucial parts. A lot of machines, you see, they have the spring and then they just have something round on it, and everything is like wobbling around. And the easiest thing how you can test something like this, I mean, let's say this is our bar from the top, and this is our screw. So let's think this is our bar, our spring saddle, and this is our spring, and this is like our screw in the back. When our goal is to have it as perfect as possible, because the perfect we can make it, the nicest the spring is springing. And in case you go back there, you can feel that. And to make it really extreme, you can see when it goes up, it goes in the air, and when it goes down, it hits the ground. And let me paint you that quick down, because this really is a crucial part. When this is the end and there's the spring, and it's like squeezed in here. The spring is bent the same way up and down. But let's assume we have a screw here and have a pen here or something, or like a lot of tattoo builder or tattoo guns have like this crazy coil or whatever, and it doesn't matter what you do. As you can see, I have here also a coin, but the cut is very, very symmetric. Or here, you see that I also used a coin here. But it's very important that the cut is as symmetric as anywhere possible. And what we now will do, we want to build something like this. As you see, I use this for holding the RC, but also for making a perfect cut. And the nice thing about this is you put it from the back, and the way how we will mount it will guarantee it's always the same. But now let's assume there is like the screw here. And now think about, when the feather goes up, it feathers from here to here, because here's where the feather is squeezed. And when it goes down, it feathers from here to here. And I had many of my friends back the days, they had problems that their spring always break. And this is the 90% reason why. Because every time the spring goes up, the spring is longer than when it goes down. And when it goes down, the spring is hitting on this corner with that part. And that is how you have a machine just not run smooth, and more the bigger problem, your feather is just breaking apart from time to time. I had machines run 5 years with not had to change anything on the machine. Because when you once set the machine very nice up, you don't have to worry about anything anymore. So yeah, that's part what we do now. You see that? This is just an aluminium L profile. It's like, yeah, something very, very simple and cheap. And I would say the only thing what we do, we need it roughly. So we will just cut that quick. And they are very hot, we have to cool them down quick. But you see 2 L things and da-dam. I try to build all this as minimal as possible. So the next thing is what we do. We have to put it on it, make a screw. And first, it's the big one. It's a big file or the small one. A little bit grates away. Cut us again. So, as we was sanding before, sometimes you kind of ruin the thread from the top. So then we just like go in once from the bottom. So we get the thread in again. What I now like to do, I use a very special trick. We take this and we just place it in the middle where we want to have it later, and we really we have to really press it in the corner like that it will not move anywhere. Then we mark it. So mark this with the pink for the pink, and this is the green for the green, and we make the same for the green. So next thing is drill some holes. We will drill some holes. So let's drill a hole for the screw. So we want just be a little bit bigger than the screw, so that there's a little bit room. Number 1. Number 2. So now we cut the side. And now we will make our cinch connectors. We take 2. So let's see what hole we need. That's probably all right already. Then we make a second hole, trying to be down here. Let's see if that hole was big enough. It was indeed. And you see, it's just aluminium. And like this big aluminium L thing, this you get like, I don't know, 2 meter for like €4. So let's see, that looks good. So come back to that thing from before. Before the camera was going off, so I make this quick now. Just round it up a little bit on the bottom, not on the end where the spring is. Where the spring is, we want it as sharp as possible. So that looks pretty good. We sand it now quick. And the nice thing is it's aluminium. It's so easy to work with. And for this you really don't need metal. So, and as you see, this is pretty much almost our full thing. So pink. So now I show you the very crucial thing, what is very important. Take one like this, and we take one up here. So what I do is I like build them on it now. We make this on both sides. What means both sides on each machine? So as you can see, now we have our holder here with just a hole for the cinch and also the top for the spring. And now I want to make it perfect, really perfect. For this it's very easy. I just make sure that it's like that it's really like pressed hard against the corner, and then I lock it. Open it, press it against the corner, lock it. So that means that is one position. That top thing will never ever move again. And no, I see it's like not 100% perfect. So what I do now is I make it just perfect. And don't worry when there's a little bit of the paint comes off from the side. It's more important to make it perfect. I actually should have made that before I make the painting, but I have to tell you, the shooting the workshop and trying to explain what you do while you do it, it's also a lot more tricky than when you do just the stuff. So I do the same on the other machine. But here it was almost perfect. And that's it. So that is our cinch holder. So we just will mount in the cinch now. Well, let's say I mount it off to mount the cinch in, to make it a little bit more easy for us. And I would say we have like a lot from the machine already built now. So I not twist it full in, because here comes the tricky part. Tricky in the way of, I want usually put a little bit of glue in that, just to be really sure that this is not open up again. So what I do is now I put a little bit of glue in, just that the thread not can open, and I don't know, I just feel more safe like this, because there's nothing more horrible than something like this will open up. Don't want that. And that is it. That is it. Pull that a little bit tight. That looks good too. And now we mount it back. Okay. And I mean, I would say this was pretty fast to have like customized RC connectors, which are providing us a perfect holding for the spring to make the machines really like perfect for the long term. And yeah, you don't have to spend much money for that. RC connectors cost like nothing. A little bit of aluminium cost like nothing. And that's the best connections you can have on your machine. Also, in the worst case something happen, you just, you know, you take the RC connector and replace it against the new one, and 60 cents or whatever, and you have a new RC connector in there. So it really is not so much effort. And in my eyes, it's the very best thing you can do to your machine, because that, where we had it, that skinny clip cord thingies, I just like never really like them. They're always weird in the way, and you see the electric goes over like these little things. When you think about, I not have a proper cable here now, but even like this cable, this is I mean, you get that cables a lot cheaper and in a lot better quality. What I normally was making, I was by the Klinke Mono to Cinch as a big stereo cable, and I put it apart because there are always like two of them together. And then you have like two solid cables, and you buy high quality audio cables. You have like silver cables inside, gold connectors. You have like already that cable is where a big weak point can be, and you build up a very good machine, and you have a clip cord like this behind the machine, where it's like, come on, that tinny cables here, that, look at that tinny little cables, probably the cheapest cables inside, that tinny little bit of metal here who makes the connection. I honestly can say that would have not done the job for me. So yeah, that's how easy we have a cinch on our machine.